Hi, this is going to be a flip through of my 2025 reading journal. This is my first ever video on YouTube. This is my 6th reading journal. It's already all set up. Now I just need to flip through it. I love most of the spreads and I'm excited for people to see it. All right, here is my first page. Pretty simple. Just my name. It's Notebook Therapy Journal. I got pictures off of Pinterest that I liked, and I put Once Upon a Dream. I saw it on Pinterest, and it's from the Sleeping Beauty movie, and in the movie, the princess's name is Aurora, and that's also my name, so I thought it was fitting to use it in my reading journal because it makes me happy. And then the paper in the background is an extra copy of Twilight I bought specifically to rip up for my reading journal. So I have it a few times in here and I'll use it more throughout the year because that's what I bought it for. Next, this page, a lot of people just glue shut, but I've never glued it shut. I've always liked to use it because it's a page. And it doesn't bother me that it isn't full. I don't know. Other people, I know it bothers. I just put some pictures, again, Pinterest, and a couple of stickers. And then my color key for the year. So the top one is January, and it goes all the way to December. And I just use it as I color code things in my journal. My goals page, as of right now, I do not have any set reading goals. If I don't have a solid 5 before January, I'll just cover this page with more pictures and stickers. Hopefully I will end up with some goals on that page. I love this page, my cover page for 2025. I love how bright it is. Yeah, I don't know. I just love it. I'll just open my journal and stare at this page for a few minutes because it's so pretty. Reading journal, 2025 letters going across. I have a little section of my books owned because on January 1st, I will look at I have a sheet with every book I own that I have not read. So this is an unread books owned. And I'll put the number in here on January 1st. It is way higher than I'd like it to be right now. That number will go here just because I like to see where I started. And then at the end of the year, I don't write it anywhere, but I like to know where it is at the end of the year compared to the beginning. Books read, it's very empty right now because I'm going to add as the year goes on. My plan is to just draw little books, and if it's a 5-star read, it'll be a book facing out rather than sideways on the shelf. And I have 2 pages just in case. Next is my Libby and library shelves. So any books I check out from Libby will go here. If I read it, it'll be colored in with whatever color matches for the month I read it in. Same with the library. Anything I check out from the library. Like I said, I own a lot of books, so I'm not trying to use the library a lot, but I do still like to use it. So I have the shelf for whatever books I check out. And then this space, I don't know what I'm going to use it for yet, but I did not want to leave it blank. Maybe I'll use it for something. Maybe I'll just color it in and add stickers. I don't know. Next, new books. So books bought. I already have January written in, and then as I buy books, I'll fill in the shelf. And then when February hits, I'll make a little February part and then add it in. My goal is to not fill this up because I don't want to buy too many books in 2025. I want to read what I own. That is my goal of 2025, is to get my physical TBR down. Social media recommendations. Anything I see on Instagram, Goodreads, YouTube, that sounds interesting, I'm just going to write title and author and then reference back to it throughout the year as I add things, because right now I have sticky notes all over my desk of recommendations I've seen online. I have a few in my notes app on my phone. There's a few in my current reading journal, kind of everywhere. So I want just one spot where I write all. And I don't know if this will be enough because I do tend to write a lot of books that sound good based on descriptions given online. So if I need to add more, I'll figure that out later. 2025 releases. Right now I have books put in pencil that should be coming out that month. And then the month before I'll go in and write everything with pen. These ones should be coming out in 2025. I just haven't looked into what month yet. So it's just a list, and eventually I'll put them into the months. So there's that. Book of the month. I have been getting book of the month since 2016, I think. I still have one from 2017 I have not read. That is my goal also this year. Okay, I'm making goals as we go. Maybe I can listen back to this and write those on my goals page. So, read my book of the month book from 2017. Goal 1. And you can see they get bigger as the years go on because I haven't been that great at reading my book of the month books, especially starting in 2023. Like the 2022 list to 2023 doubles, if not more. And then I didn't finish 2024 because we're only in November. I skipped November, but I do not know what I'm going to do for December until the books come out. So I might skip it and then close the box there, or add however many books I add in that next book box. And then here's a little note for myself. I'm not going to write in each month with pen until that month happens, because like November I skipped and I have a whole space in my current journal for November that is now just wasted space. So I do not want to do that for 2025. So if I get January books, I will draw the box out and then write the books in. If I skip, it'll just stay blank and it'll start with February. Just a way to save space. Next, I also have my Fairy Loot Romantasy box that I get. I started getting it in, I think, April. Haven't gotten November's yet because it's the beginning of November still. And then when I get those two in, I will put those covers on there. I haven't read any of them yet, but they are beautiful and I love seeing them on my shelves. As of right now, I do plan on keeping the subscription for next year or 2025. So as those books come out, I will also add in the covers of those books. Blank just in case of a new sub. I don't want to do a new sub because I'm, again, trying to read what I own. But just in case, and if I never have anything to put there, I'll just fill it with stickers and more pictures because I have a lot of those. Next is my read or unhaul. I had one in my 2024 reading journal, and I think I had like 18 books maybe, and I've read 4. So for 2025, I went down to 9 books, and just like the title says, I either read them and unhaul them, read and keep, or I don't read them at all, and they get donated. Next is my 25 books to read in 2025. I have them separated into 5 categories. 25 is a nice number that 5 can go into, so I'll do 5 failed TBR books, 5 book boxes, 5 next in series, 5 middle grades, and 5 2024 releases that I own. These are the ones that will potentially go in these spots. I won't finalize it until the middle of December probably. And I already set out which books I want in which boxes. So this will be a continuous series book. This will be from a book box. That way it's just random order. There was no rhyme or reason other than I didn't want like series all in one line. I wanted it spread out. And then once I read the book, I will put the cover over the box. So these will just be titles until I actually read anything. So like this is my 24 and 2024 spread. So you can see title, and then if I actually read it, there is something, or there is a book cover over the square. My Goodreads challenge, really I should just call it reading challenge because I use more than just Goodreads to track my books now. I love this page mostly because of the washi tape. Miragana Suli. Washi tape, I love everything she does because it's usually witches and they are so cute. She is my favorite artist to buy journaling supplies from. And my goal is 100 books. It's always 100. I've hit 100 for the past 2 years. As of right now, I am not on track to reach 100 by this year, but hopefully I can make it. ABC challenge, I go by title of the book without using the words the or a in front of it. And then I'll just fill in the title of the book I made these on my Cricut because I didn't feel like buying them this year. Usually I buy them. I was just trying to save some money and make them myself. Next is Kayla's Buzzwordathon over at Books and Lala. She does a Buzzwordathon every year. I'm going to write in the challenge on the side, the book on the side, all the way down. Hopefully I complete it. I am not even halfway done with 2024's challenges, but it's fun. I like to keep track of it and see if I can actually hit the buzzwords she chooses because it's fun. These are other reading challenges I don't have because it's not that season yet. But once that season hits and they're released, I will buy them from Sweet Bean Plans. Let's see, I will show you what I have in my current planner. Hopefully they do the book bingos again because I really have fun with the book bingo. I just love the way it looks. And they come with little sticker sheets of books and stars. I don't really use the stars, but they're there. And then I just use this little thing to keep the books here. So we're in fall right now, so my books are here. And as I read books, I will fill them out. So that's what I'm going to continue for 2025. So I have winter, spring, summer, fall. Next, I have a reading challenge I bought that I did not use, but I love the way it looks, so I'm going to add it to my 2025. I like the way I set it up too. So it's the Read in Peace Challenge by Creating & Co. They have stickers, mostly book related. This is where you would write the actual book. She has little stickers of gravestones you put over it with a book title. And then the prompts are inside this little flap. So there's the Read in Peace Challenge, creature feature, 9 to match the 9 gravestones. And then there's Spooky Vibes Challenge that I also bought that I haven't used, that I want to just keep in front with my challenges. So throughout the year, if I hit one of these prompts, I'll fill in the title and then add a book to that number. And then a blank space because I love reading challenges and I'm sure I will buy more throughout the year and add one here. Next, Literally Dead Book Club, also run by Kayla. I participate when I can. Not all books interest me, but when it sounds interesting, I'll read it. And then I'll just put the cover in when the books get announced. So again, I'll show you my 2024 example of this. So this is 2024. If I read it, I put a star rating. I haven't put my star rating for this one yet. October's live show just happened, and I am on the holds list for 2 of them on my Libby app. Anyways, I'm still going to get to them. It just takes time. So that's what that will look like. Any other book club? There's a few that people I follow on Patreon have that I might participate in. I also started one at work I might keep track of here. So any other book club that comes up that I want to track will go there. Hopefully that's enough space because there's a few I want to participate in this year that I have not participated in before. Next is my fail TBR. I just like to keep track of this because I like to know what I was supposed to read and whether I've read it finally or not. So 2022, there's a lot that were on my list that I did not read. 2023 and 2024. This isn't all of them. I just ran out of room and didn't feel like adding more space for that. And this is a fail TBR based on, I usually give myself a monthly TBR of books I want to read. And if this was on, these are books that were on a list that I never actually read. If that makes sense. Maybe. TBR Dice Roll, so this is how I choose my TBR each month. I got this idea from someone here on YouTube. Their channel is called Current Chapter. She hasn't posted this year, but I used to love watching her videos. She does it with M&Ms instead of numbers, and she'd pull M&Ms to match up. But I wanted to do numbers because I have this nifty little dice from work that I brought home. I think I accidentally left it in a pocket one day and it just ended up here and I never took it back. So there's a dice inside and outside and you just roll it and you get 2 different numbers each time. Yeah. So top number is the green, side number is a little tiny one inside, if that makes sense. Yeah, you can see it. And then the bottom part is I'm going to put the numbers in. So if I rolled, let's see, what was the last one? So 3 and 1. So I'd put a 3 and 1 inside this little box just so I keep track of what I've rolled and how often I roll that same combo, because I think that would be interesting just to look at. No real reason other than it's what I want to track. I absolutely love this page. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite spreads in this journal, mostly because of the way it feels. I mean, you can't feel it through the screen, but these are a bunch of tiny stickers I printed out on my Cricut, and so I can like fill each individual book, and that just makes me happy. So a series I have started, there is a lot. The really light green, more like a yellow green, is anything I've read 2023 or earlier. The light green is anything I read in 2024. And then as I start reading in 2025, it'll be a darker green. So I will add on to it. So like this one I read 2023, 2024. I'll probably finish it in 2025. So it'll have all 3 colors. But just so I can see how old, like these have all been on here for years. And I need to finish the series so I can just, mark it off that it's done. And then I have an extra page just because there's a lot of books that are series in the genres I read. So I need the space. But yeah, I just love the spread. It's so pretty. Next, oh my gosh, another spread I absolutely love. But I love this one because of the stickers. Again, Marigana Soli, her stickers I could stare at all day. Basic book bracket to get a book of the year. January against February. I've never done January against February. I usually do the first half of the year on top and the second half on the bottom. So it's usually January versus July. So this is new for me. We'll see if I like it. If not, I'll go back to the other way for next year. But yeah, pretty simple. Mostly just filled up the space with stickers. And then my books read. I like to print out the cover of each book I've read and put it on the shelf, because some books I read are not physical books I own, so I like to see them on some kind of shelf. So here is my 2024 bookshelf, so you can kind of see what I mean about putting them on the shelf. And then I will add stickers as I go when I know I'm not going to fill it out, because this can hold way more than what I actually read. And I do 2 pages of that because I usually need it. And that's it for the beginning, which is a lot of pages because this will be my January spread, which I won't do until end of December. So that's a lot of pages just for beginning of the year setup. And then in the very back, I have one more. Well, 2. I just haven't done this one yet, and I probably won't do it for another couple of weeks. So it's just going to stay blank for now. But I'll show you what that will look like eventually. When I get to it, it will be my monthly stats, which looks like this. So this is currently where I'm at, and that's my goal, to make this look like that. All the colors the same, layout the same. I don't want to change anything. I like what I tracked, and I liked the colors. I liked the format. So that's going to be like a direct copy paste into this page. And then my year in pixels. I like to keep track of my physical audio and ebooks. That's it. It also kind of becomes a days read tracker too, because if I didn't read any of those, the box will not be colored in. And if I read 2 different formats, then I just split the box diagonally so I can get both colors in a box. But yeah, that is it. My 2025 reading journal. I cannot wait to start it. I'm very excited. I love tracking things in my reading journal. Some people have like a happy place they think about. This is my happy place, like my reading journal. If I'm feeling sad or I just need a minute to refocus myself, I will flip through it. I won't add anything. I won't read anything. I will just flip through it and look at the pages because I love the way it looks every time. Yeah. Hopefully you continue on this reading journal journey with me and come back for any updates I have in my reading journal. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time of day it is you're watching this.